Hello, hello, and welcome to the energy forecast for the week of August 7th. I am so excited to dive in today and share what we are going to be experiencing in the time ahead. And why do I do this? I do this because from personal experience in my own business and with the clients that I work with, I know how easy it is to get distracted by energy, to get sidetracked, to get thrown off track, to have things happen in our energetic frequency that feels hard, especially this last week with this full moon and being in Venus retrograde. There's a lot going on collectively, but if we know that this energy is going to be occurring, we can then leverage it to our advantage. We can create more space in our calendar if we know that we're going to need it. We can schedule tasks in on certain days, knowing that the energy will support our ability to be productive and get things done. And it really helps us to understand how we can navigate and in the times ahead, not only in our personal life, but in our business. It helps us to understand when we can launch an offer, when it's the best time to be promoting, to be sharing, to be giving, to be providing value. We can use this information for all sorts of things. So without further ado, let's dive in. The forecast for August 7th, 2023. So we begin the week with a big energy. We're experiencing right now Venus retrograde in Leo. We're also experiencing Lionsgate portal. We're also experiencing Diamond's energy. And so what's coming up in that is that we're being invited to see our own light, not needing to have approval from other people, and noticing the relationship that we have with ourselves. So with that, all of our triggers are showing up to show us, to bring awareness to these underwriting themes or repeating patterns that show up in our lives. So we're going to see what needs some work. And good news is Mercury retrograde's coming too, so we'll be able to have plenty of time to work on it. So we need to do the inner work. But really, our relationships with money, with other people, with our health, with our body, all of this is stirring up in Venus retrograde for us to be able to see our own light, for us to be able to recognize our own glory and our own magnificence, that we don't need to get approval from outside of ourselves. We can look here, right here in our own hearts, and know that we are incredible. We are amazing. So all this week and next week, over the next month or so, I invite you, if you notice that you're frustrated by somebody that you're close with, maybe they're not communicating, or if you are struggling with your bank account, or you're struggling with any of these relationships, come back to your own heart. Come back here and remember who you are, because that's the only truth that's there, is who you are. So we don't want other people. I mean, of course, it's wonderful when other people tell you how amazing you are, but don't focus on that and don't make that the only way that you get the approval. You must be the approval. So these old patterns are rising up to clear. So if you notice, maybe if you're posting social media content every day and you're getting crickets, maybe if you're promoting an offer and you're getting no sales, maybe if you are wanting to put something out there, but you're trapped in the perfectionism of getting it all right and getting your ducks in a row, if you are struggling with imposter syndrome and who am I to do this and who am I to teach this and I don't know anything, maybe there's a scarcity mindset showing up for you where you're concerned about money or anything else that's showing up, and you've got this not enoughness going on. This whole energy is designed for you to witness your magnificence. So open your eyes and see yourself from a different perspective. Notice those things. These triggers aren't rising up for you to beat yourself up, to think you're doing it all wrong. They're not meant to be punishment. They are meant to show you what's going on in your repeating patterns so that you can deal with your shit and get what you want. All right? So We start Monday with a 6 of diamonds ruling 4 energy. So in this, the 6 of diamonds is inviting us to remember that we are the cause. You are the cause of your experience. If we look at the law of cause and effect, we often think that there are outside things causing us to have results, as in the economy is failing, the government's doing this, people aren't buying my program. And so that's the cause. That's the reason why I don't have the money that I want. But what's actually true with that 6 of diamonds is an invitation to remember that you are the cause. You are the one that determines your value, your worth. You are the one that really experiences what you're thinking and feeling. This is how the world works. And so it's always reflected back to us. So this 6 of diamonds ruling 4 energy is inviting us to choose our foundation, to reflect on the experiences and see the grounded version of who we are. So kind of what I was talking about right at the very beginning of this video is really understanding that foundation and committing to learning from the lessons. So as we're getting this feedback, maybe you're getting feedback of no sales or no comments on your posts, or feedback from different relationships that people aren't communicating with you, whatever it is, or feedback in the body that you've got pain rising up or whatever. Notice the feedback, but don't judge the feedback. Notice the feedback and decide, commit to spiraling upwards, because all that energy is doing is showing you what you decided in the past. And the only moment that matters is the one right now. So decide right now that I'm choosing to be wealthy. I'm choosing to experience abundance. I'm choosing to experience vitality. I'm choosing to experience open, honest communication. And feel that in the body and commit to that, because then you become the cause. You are setting yourself up for your future, right? The only moment that matters is right now. And so you can choose right now to be the cause of the effect, which is your future. Okay. So then Tuesday we run into some change and all sorts of fun stuff. So Tuesday, we've got a ruling 5 and a 5 of diamonds energy. We are amplifying the 5. Again, we've got this choice energy. The 5 is all about choosing your value, choosing your self-worth, choosing how you experience your life in your bank accounts, in your material experience, in your body. You are the decider. You're the captain of the ship. And so remembering to choose your light, right? Notice those stories that are showing up of it's not enough. I didn't do enough. I didn't help enough. I didn't make enough. I didn't create enough. I didn't do this. I'm not enough. I didn't communicate enough. I didn't say the right words. Whatever's coming up, notice those stories and recognize that your abundance is right there if you'll just choose to see it. So that 5 of diamonds, 5 energy may be a little bit intense. Just notice the stories you're telling yourself around lack, not enough, scarcity, and choose to see the abundance. Choose to create opportunities for yourself to go out into the world and see the abundance. Maybe you need to go out into nature. Nature is the best mirror, and go out and see the abundance of trees, of blades of grass, of flowers, of whatever is available to you. Go down, sit by the river, and notice the abundance of water flowing down the river, whatever that may be, and just allow yourself to see it. Then we move into Wednesday, which is a pivot from Monday. It's the exact opposite of Monday. So Wednesday is a 4 of diamonds ruling 6. Again, commitment energy, big time commitment energy, committing to being the cause, being the one for you. It's really all about the inner work first. So the first half of our week, next week, is all about the inner work of coming within, remembering who you are, accepting, because you've been choosing your value and your worth. And now it's a place of acceptance, of I accept my value and I accept my worth, and I accept that my dream is possible if I'll face my demons, if I will feel my feelings, if I will look myself in the mirror, if I will notice my patterns showing up, and I can commit to amplifying my dream from there. You know, this is something that so many of us try to skip over, is we don't like what we're seeing. And so we have an awareness, I'd like to experience something else. But then we don't actually sit with it and face it and acknowledge it. We just try to skip over and try to like band-aid it, find a solution, figure out the how, work harder so that we can somehow break through. That was my MO for a long time. But we must feel our feelings, because the feeling of our feelings is what amplifies the energy in our body that allows us to go create our dream. So we can't take shortcuts. We can't skip over. So if you don't know how to do that, the 21 Days of Wealth may be an option for you, especially if you've got a scarcity mindset around money, or if you've got fears around communicating with money and managing money. It may be the thing for you to check out. So the link is in the description of this video. You can check that out and see if it's a fit for you, if it's calling to you, and don't hesitate to reach out to me, DM me if you've got any questions. Thursday. Total shift in energy. We go from all the inner work at the beginning of the week to bam, let's go. It's time to move. So that 3 of diamonds comes in with a ruling 7 that says, take action now. Go for it. Build what you want. Witness your value in the world. Go play, create without fear. Go build your dream and birth this new version of your own value into the world. Take a leap of faith. So all the beginning of the week, you're choosing to be the value. You're choosing to own your worth. You're choosing your experience to be the cause of what you want to experience. And then Thursday comes along and says, okay, now go do it. Birth it into the world. Show us what you got. Okay. And then we move into Friday, 2 of diamonds, ruling 8. Again, I cannot stress this enough. You're catching a theme with this forecast. Be your own value. You don't need approval from other people. You don't need other people to tell you you're amazing. You don't need other people to tell you that your program is worth something. You don't need a sale in order to prove to yourself that you are worthy. You are worthy simply because you're alive. And only you can see that. So instead of looking to other people to show you that your light is shining, just choose to shine your light. The world needs you. Your body is made up of biophotons. It is an energetic experience of biophotons, which is light. And you control the dimmer switch. You can either crank it way up and be high vibe, shining so bright, or you can dim it because you're looking for other people to turn the switch up for you. You get to decide. Turn the damn switch up yourself. That's really what this energy all week long is about, is choosing to shine, choosing to be devoted to your experience, and allowing yourself to go out into the world without fear, without needing other people's approval, and just choosing your own experience. And then we move into the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Ace of Diamonds ruling 9, King of Clubs ruling 1. So we've got this shift in energy from both the diamonds to the clubs, which is all about material, the body, our physical experience, and our value, into the clubs, which is all about the mind, communication, how we're choosing to express ourselves. We've also got the shift from the 9 to the 1, completion into what's next. So all week long, you're leading into this place of understanding your own value, choosing your experience, not needing approval from anybody. And then that King of Clubs ruling 1 comes along and says, okay, now what are you going to express? How will you choose to lead with your mind, with your thoughts, with your words, with how you express yourself? Plant new seeds in that. Right? So over the weekend, you want to release everything and anything that is not an energetic match for what you've decided your value is. Just let it go and make space for what you're calling in. You don't need to have it all figured out. And trust me, your mind is going to want to have it all figured out. You're going to want all your ducks in a row with that King of Clubs. You do not need to know all of the answers. You don't need to know how you're going to go and do this thing. All you need to do is know that you will. The how is none of your business. So know that this is going to be a new journey. You're likely going to have to learn new skills as we move into the week after that. We've got all that clubs energy coming in and working with the mind to help you go express your dream into the world. So you want to make sure that you understand your value first before you move into expressing. Because if you're expressing from a place of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, this program is not worth it, I don't even know what I'm doing, then guess what? The world is going to see that too. So we want to make sure that we're doing the inner work this week, all about being the cause of your own value, finding that foundation of your value. And again, if you don't know what that is, grab your spot in the 21 Days of Wealth. It's absolutely going to help you to find that foundation. Link is in the description.